This episode is sponsored by ODP Business Solutions, built to address all your facility needs. Visit odpbusiness.com today. Today, we are pleased to welcome a special guest, a first time for me, a cleaning professional from Estonia, Helge Alt. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for invitation.
Absolutely. Estonia, I've never been there, but I did some research. You have it going on in the cleaning industry in Estonia.
Yes, and you're welcome in Estonia, actually.
One day I'll get there. I do like to travel, but thank you for joining us. We connected because you are involved in cleaning and you do training, and you have some strong beliefs about how we can improve across the board when it comes to the cleaning industry in Estonia, the United States, basically everywhere. But your specialty is what you're doing right now there. If you're ready, I have a couple questions for you.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Let's talk about something that some might say is not that exciting, but it is critical, cleaning ergonomics. Maybe you could just start with, why is ergonomics and cleaning so important to you, Helga?
Yeah. What do you think, is every human being important? Is it so? Definitely, everyone is important. And as much as I know, for instance, in Europe are working in a cleaning approximately a little bit more than 4 million cleaners. So very small things will cause for them health damage. And it's mean that occupational illnesses or even the accidents. But cleaning might be, in one hand, very good for your physical and mental health, but it might be also opposite. And unfortunately, this research is what we have done and what we have read, and official numbers showing, unfortunately, that cleaners are quite sick and there are quite many problems. Because that it's important that every human being is important, and actually good cleaning, I mean good in that meaning that its result is clean, and cleaning is a well-being service, by my opinion. And it's hand in hand, ergonomics and good cleaning. Because of that, it's important.
All right, let's apply what you just said to facilities. How can facility managers ensure their cleaning teams are set up correctly for ergonomic success? Maybe talk about some mistakes you see, some real practical information when it comes to ergonomics and preventing injuries.
Yes, it's very tricky questions, and I'm very thankful that you asked, because what I know and what I have experienced and what is very common habits, there is conflict, by my opinion. For instance, spray bottles in a cleaning. I always say that all of our clients, I say it's forbidden. It's not allowed to use. Why? For instance, in Norway, in Bergen University, is done one such kind of study during, it was researched or measured 6,000 persons during 20 years. And they found out that it's same influence for your health using spraying bottles as smoking every day 20 cigarettes. Can you believe now? And in my life, in my work, I have seen a lot of problems, but with this spraying. And it's not all, because can you imagine if you spray what your hands are doing? Very often cleaners are problems with hands. And one Netherlands research is showing that approximately 80% of spraying bottles are contaminated. What does mean that? Inside and outside, they are carrying on dirt, for instance. And it's very common that everywhere we see spraying bottles. But it's health risk and, for me, bad cleaning. Or water pockets in a trolley. If we see that water is in a pocket and someone is using that, I can say that it's wasting a time, it's wasting working time, it's mean people's life, and it's very bad by ergonomics as well, and very bad cleaning results as well, for instance. Or dirty cleaning clothes and something that they are, you see that they are not folded, they are not used properly. They always also doing bad results and it's bad ergonomics. Or sponges. I always say it's forbidden because they are full of microbes and work with them is also very bad for people. So I think that it might be surprise for many people. But as you told that you are in America, I'm in Estonia, but dust is dust here in Estonia, and dust is also dust in America, in I don't know, in Australia or wherever, in Japan. But my idea is to find out method how to remove, for instance, dust with minimum resources, and then it's done. So we do a lot of useless work in a clinic, by my opinion, and I feel that I would like to change that.
Let's talk about that. You want to change that. What are some low cost, affordable, but high impact ergonomic improvements that we can implement? I imagine technology would help. You mentioned a lot of physical labor with your hands, squeezing, doing the cleaning. Maybe some high level information there. What would you share?
At first, you think how much water or cleaning agent resolutions we need per mop and per cleaning cloth. How many milliliters, for instance? And I really suggest you measure that. I have tested thousands of times in a toilet how to remove dirt. And I can say that if cleaning cloth is only 5 milliliters, it's, different units in a states, but if it's only 1 teaspoon water too much, I can say that it's not anymore cleaning, it's already smearing or carrying on dirt. So correct moistening is number one. Then the spray bottles. I suggest very much to think critical about that. Do you really need this? I can guarantee that there are much better resolutions in the market. So should be method dry, moist, or wet. It's depend on dirt. To very carefully to decide or to think how wet method we need, because if there will be more water, it will be more hard and more risks. And maybe last one, a lot of things are connected with cleaning cloth. How cleaners are using cleaning cloth? I mean, beside of moistening, foldering, in which order we are working, so using the cleaning cloths.
Let's pivot, Helga, to results-based cleaning and talk about that because we may know we're doing the job right, but what does the data say, the science? What are the key steps to shift from task-based cleaning to a results-based cleaning model without overwhelming your staff?
Mm-hmm. What I have experienced, very often clients agree activities in a cleaning, and cleaners also get instructions that every day, I don't know, wash a floor, do that and that, and they are doing that. But maybe result is opposite. Maybe surfaces are smeared. So we have to think very clearly what is outcome. It's mean result based for me, that result should be quality, level of cleanliness. And we don't need everywhere operation theater cleanliness. These rooms were sitting you now and me, it's different levels quality what is needed as it is in, for instance, food industry or in a hospital. We have to think with need based, and activities, tasks should be sure that dirt, what there couldn't be, it should be removed. It is not just activities. And if I look how cleaning look like, it's very often just activities. And one of my favorite story, what I have told, my hobby is triathlon, and I'm used to go to Mallorca to training camp in every spring. And I always say that for cleaners that it's forbidden to go into my room. Why? I would like to clean myself. Everything seems very clean. But maybe you know also that feeling that you are walking on the floor and something is wrong because there is, as a surface is soiling, we don't see that. But if we wash with Kentucky mop, then there will be some surfaces soiling, and I don't want that. So I clean myself. And actually, if my floor is very clean, and if they coincidentally go in what they are doing every time, they do these activities, what is in a working plan. And what is result physically? They smear my floor because it was clean. There wasn't any dirt, but they just do the activities. And this is typical how cleaners very often are behaving. And I think that we need to change that mentality because we are wasting so much.
No, I agree. What you said makes total sense. So, do you have any success stories where results-based cleaning improved cleaning outcomes or resource efficiencies?
Yes, of course. And we
I
have a
figured you
lot
did.
of, yeah. And very often clients, when they contact with us, when they have problems, in the beginning, all of these places have problems. For instance, Estonian port. It's mean that there are ferries from Finland, Sweden, but also the big cruise ferries. And we met something 10 years ago, and I can say I joked that we can't to be very long time here in a toilet because toilet floor is so dirty that it has a clue. I can't to move because it's so dirty. But now I can say that this port is very clean, and how it is happened. At first, I helped them to do new tender, need-based, quality-based tender. We used a Scandinavia standard Insta 800 to set quality profile, quality levels. And then we started to do regular quality inspections by standard. We measured things, what we measure, we can change. And so we also consulted cleaning company. And now I can say that I'm very proud about our airport, our port. They both are our clients and they are really clean. And it's so, they say very, how to say, they are very proud themselves also that it's as a welcome to Estonia. If first moment when you arrive here, you see that you're welcome because it's clean. And also Estonian defense forces also. Now it's very huge systems that are also from America soldiers here. It's also one of our success story more than 10 years. So a lot I can say. And I'm very glad if it's something is changed.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, let's talk about something that the cleaning industry embraces, but we want the world to embrace as well, the value of cleaning. Can you talk about what are some ways that facility managers can quantify and communicate the true value of professional cleaning to those they serve, building owners, tenants, occupants in buildings?
Yeah, it's very important, and unfortunately, we don't see very often direct connection with cleaning value, and very often we would like to pay as less as possible for cleaning. But as I already once mentioned that it's well-being service. People's well-being it's depend on cleaning. And for instance, what can help researches, studies. And for instance, one what is done already years ago in Norway, it was very huge that got this research or study got also environmental award in Melbourne, if I remember correctly. And one aspect, what there were a lot, as I say, data, but one was that they did experiment in offices, and these offices were upper surfaces were without dust, or it means that it was regularly cleaned. People got seasonal illnesses 40% less. And they were more motivated and more in a focus in the end of working day. It was data, measured data. And can you imagine 40% more illnesses? What does cost that for employers, for instance. Or if we, for instance, story about Henry Ford, what I have heard in different seminars, that he thought that and did also that factory side production area was very clean. Why? It was just poor business. To put more investment to cleaning, it was cheaper for him if compare that to dealing with bad quality in a working process. It was just poor business. To put a little bit more in a clinic, people are working better and the quality, what they sell, is better. So I think that our sector need more such kind of studies and black and white numbers. Or for instance, in hospital, lately I read one European hospitals study, intensive care departments, every fifth person got hospital infection. Can you imagine? In every day are more than 100,000 people in a hospital because of hospital infections. And you know, that is very important, hand hygiene and cleaning. So, and I can say that there is needed knowledge, and we can't to cover that situation with disinfection and chemicals. So, but it's long story and separate story, and I can talk about that. So we need numbers, I think, and we need to measure. Then we also understand where to put money and cleaning need. But not only questions to put more resources, we really have to use these resources also very, very, very well. We every dollar, every euro, every minute, every hour, we really remove dirt with minimum resources. I think it's very important. It's always focus in our trainings.
Thank you, Helga. Let's move into something that is talked about a lot in the United States. I'd love to hear your viewpoint in Estonia: environmental, social, governance, and cleaning. We call it ESG. Cleaning leaders want to align with ESG goals, but here's the thing: they don't know what to do, where to start. It's a great concept. When you have a facility or a company trying to do cleaning, what do you do with that? Talk about that. What practical steps would you recommend that cleaning business leaders look at to make ESG reality for them?
Yeah. Thank you for the question, and it's tricky again. What I have seen in my practice when I'm consulting, and I'm also consulting outside of Estonia. For instance, we have now one Icelandic company where we have changed a lot cleaning and done training videos for them. So very often cleaning companies, they are looking for eco-labeled chemicals and so on, that papers should be okay. But I think that without reporting these three big letters, it's very important. What does mean E? It's environmental. What does mean S? It's people. It's social. What does mean G? It's governance. It means that everyone, I believe, that would like to work in this company, what is leaded very well, so that we don't have problems that maybe I don't have tomorrow or in next year work. We would like that our people feel well. We would like to offer for our clients good service, and we would like also that our world, our environment is healthy. So I believe really, and when I read first time in my life about ESG, I felt I was in that meaning very happy that, oh, I have more than 30 years worked in these ideas. And without reporting, I think it's important. But what to say to companies, where to start? I suggest very much to go and to do deep audit, to really look how we clean. Will we remove dirt? How we will do that? What kind of methods we use? What chemicals? What equipment? To do audit? It as a diagnose, in that meaning that then we get information where we are now, and then to set the aims, what we would like to have. And my idea is in every service what we are doing, in training, in consulting, that aim of cleaning, it's cleanliness. It should be clean. And every activity in cleaning should remove dirt with minimum resources as working time, chemicals, water, and also disposable things. But it's also ESG basics that do good job with good results, with minimum resources. So go and do audit. As we're going to doctor, at first doctor would like to put diagnose what is problem. Then doctor can do something. It's same in a clinic. So go and see and think and where you are now and be honest.
Helga, great information. Let's wrap up and talk about the future. So looking
Mhm.
ahead, how do you think expectations for cleaning operations will evolve over the next 5 or 10 years, particularly around everything we talked about today? Ergonomics, results, value of clean, ESG. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel that everything is changing in a world, and it's same in a clinic. And what is, I think that's sure, that more robots, more digitalizations, but we really need, it's coming, it's already, we have that already. And also it's need new knowledges because, and connection with ESG, maybe one aspect that what I feel here in Europe and in Estonia, that my generation, maybe these people are ready to work without asking why, just do activity-based cleaning. Okay, boss told that you have to mop a floor. Okay, I'm doing. But new generation, what I see my younger colleagues or my children, they ask why. They would like that their work has meaning. And I think that without that, it's impossible to get new generation in a cleaning as well. And I think it's good. And I have heard in many seminars that we need new point of view or new angle to the cleaning. And I definitely think that it's this result and need-based way of thinking is what we need, why we are cleaning. So I really hope that that will be more and more. Maybe it's not voluntary, but we need that because without that, I'm sure that young generations don't want to work here. So robots, digitalizations, and also new thinking about cleaning, it's needed. And we can't live without cleaning because 90% of life we spend indoor. It means that every room is cleaned by someone. So cleaning has so big influence to our life, but we don't think about that. So this is what I think. We need new philosophy about cleaning, and we have to train our cleaning stuff differently. Knowledges are a little bit different, and also this mentality should be changed.
There are many industries that will always be here. Cleaning is one of those industries. You can't overstate that.
Mhm.
Final question for you, Helga. So dig deep here. If you could give just one piece of advice to a facility manager who wants to build a future-proof, respected, and sustainable cleaning program, one piece of advice from Helga, what would it be?
Okay, at first set cleaning quality level, clean, quality profile. What does mean clean for you? And think if it's not so, what will happen? What kind of risks do you take? So at first, what does mean clean? Then you have to be sure that after every clinic time or every time when someone is cleaning your office or whatever room, it should be achieved. And then it's very important to set also frequency, need-based, how often your room should be cleaned. Very often they mix this. And then be sure that your cleaning staff or company with you are working, that they are removing dirt that there couldn't be with minimum resources. So this is my advice.